So we're looking at solving literal equations. When you have three equations here, they have letters in them, there's several variables, and you're trying to isolate a specific variable. So in the first one, g is equal to h over I. Let's say we're solving for h. What we would do is we would multiply both sides by I, okay? And so you get gi is equal to h, because the I is cancelled, okay? So you've solved for h. Now what if you're solving for I in that same problem? Well, you would multiply both sides by I, okay? So you get ig is equal to h. Then you divide both sides by g, so I is h over g. Okay, so that's the first example of solving literal equations. We use this a lot in science. We use this a lot in different concepts. You don't always have what you're looking for. Well, you don't always have S. You're not always looking for S, so you have to solve for the variable. Now, we have here a formula of surface area, of course, and we have S is equal to L plus 2B. Let's say we're solving for L. Well, then we just subtract 2B from both sides. So L is S minus 2B. You see, we moved the 2B over, and we used the inverse property of addition, the opposite of 2B, which is negative 2B. What if we're solving for B? Then we would subtract L, okay? In this problem, if we're solving for B instead, we subtract L, and then we'll divide by 2. So B would be S minus L over 2. And then over here, we have P is equal to V1 into V2 minus V1 over G. And that will be, let's say we're solving for V2, then we would multiply both sides by G. So you get GP is equal to V1 into V2 minus V1. And then we can divide both sides by V1. So GP is equal over V1 is equal to V1 times V2. Sorry, we've divided by the V1, so we just have V2 minus V1. You don't have to put the parentheses there, okay? But if we're solving for V2, that means we're going to add V1 to both sides. So our final answer would be GP over V1 minus V1 is equal to V2. If you look at it step by step, what we did was we had G, we multiplied both sides by G, so we got GP is equal to that. Then we divided both sides, so it's good to cancel that out so you don't forget that you've removed that. Then you add V1 to both sides, and that will be your final, you add V1, so that will be your final answer on the right side of the board. It's always good to go back and check. Sometimes we make slight mistakes as we're adding or subtracting or moving signs over, so you want to be careful. And as you notice, when I got to the end, I realized that it's an addition there, not a subtraction. So have a wonderful day, and go out and encourage somebody.